Hello and welcome back to Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. Since the last episode, we've done something a bit different. We've changed the tactics, and it's kind of worked in our favour. You know, I joked about beating PSG. Might have actually happened. Since the last episode then, we have played quite a few games, and you can see there in the middle, November was a brilliant month for us. However, we did have two matches before we got to November. Nimes in the Coupe de la Ligue third round. Obviously, we got to the final of that competition last year and ballsed it up against PSG. We lost it 2-1. Marco Vergara, though, did actually manage to score a goal, which is useful. Alain Kamga did get himself sent off, which is not useful. Against Lille, we were destroyed 4-1 in the end. Abdelkader Bejoui scoring the only goal for us. We actually went 1-0 up and then lost 4-0 from the 28th minute until half-time. And then things changed. In November, like I said, we played 4 games, or technically 3 games, because one was a friendly, against Stade Rennes. It was a 2-0 victory. Assane Kamara and Kingsley Asai-Antwi with the goals here, but look at the match ratings on the right-hand side. We're getting well above 7s for pretty much everyone, bar Marcelo Acuna and the 2 substitutes of Ali and Levan Gvimradze. We then played Hearts in a mid-season friendly because, you know, there was a lot of players that weren't playing. We won 3-0 apparently. Then, against Le Havre, another victory. This time 3-0. Sreko Matijevic with 2 goals and Abdul Kadir Bejoui once again. And once again, look at the match ratings. All very, very high, bar 1 or 2 players. Against Bordeaux, another victory, 2-0 as well. 2-0 this time. Bejoui once again getting on the score sheet. And then Marco Vergara also scoring. And then the big one happened. We end up beating PSG 2-0. And the more surprising thing, I say more surprising, it's not more surprising, but one of the surprising things is the fact that Bafana Dimitri not only played, but scored a goal as well. The Raul Pinto own goal, I believe is their actually goalkeeper. It was a terrible own goal, but I'm happy it finally happened for us instead. Then against Dijon, a 0-0 draw. We just stopped scoring goals, and you can see match performances on the right-hand side. Lots of people in the 6s now. Against Nantes, again, didn't do well enough. We didn't score a goal. If we scored a goal, we would have been fine. So those 4 victories that we've managed to pick up have flown us right up the table. I say it's flown us right up the table. It hasn't really, but it's giving us 12 more points than what I was kind of expecting to have. So we are basically, we've moved away from that relegation scrap once again. We are just as close to the top 4-5 as we are to the bottom 3, which is good. I'm hoping the rest of the season is quite non-eventful. We just kind of sit there, mid-table, finish mid-table, just keep bringing in the money. Speaking of money, we are still in the black. We are now over our wage budget. I'm not really sure why. I think certain players had sort of wage appearance fees and things like that. So after they played a certain amount, they're now getting paid more money. We are still in the black by about £500,000. We've still got some transfer budget as well, so we could shift this about if we do this now. And there you go. If we did that, we'd be back in the positive in the wage budget as well. Actually, we will do that just because everything looks nicer now. Look, everything's going well. Now, I have something to confess to here. The reason why we have turned around our form, and I'm not saying it's 100% the reason why, but the reason why is we've changed our formation. I went onto the Steam Workshop, I've downloaded a good formation, and from what I can tell, by the fact that it did manage to make us beat PSG, it seems to work quite well. We don't have the players for the formation, so the chances are we're not going to be playing it forever, but it has certainly helped us probably stay in the league. First match of the episode today then, up against Lorient, who find themselves just a few places above us, just 2 points above us. So a victory here could actually see us move quite high up the table because no one else seems to be playing today. I think there is the Coupe de la Ligue matches going on right now, and obviously we've been knocked out with that, so it's just us playing Lorient and St Etienne playing Auxerre today. This is the formation that we are playing. It is called TFF Stormcaller. If you want to find it on the Steam Workshop, I will put the link in the description below, because it's actually a formation that seems to have done well for us, as opposed to the one that we tried at the end of last year, which we played for about 35 minutes and then realised it was doing awful. So this is what the formation is. The starting lineup then, Calvin Matupa will be the goalkeeper. He has actually kicked out Daniel Gerrits from the first choice goalkeeper spot because of 5, I think, clean sheets in a row, which is pretty impressive. The back four then will consist of Alain Kamga, who's now picked up a number of Cameroon caps, I believe, Dragan Pokravac, Bejoui and Hugo Lafosse as the back four. Now, you then have two defensive midfielders, although they don't necessarily look like it. You're going to have Sreko Matijevic as the deep-lying playmaker on the right, Hassan Kamara as that Segundo Volante on the left-hand side. This is where we clearly don't have the players. Yannick Teixeira is going to be a wide midfielder on the right, Bafana Dimitri a wide midfielder on the left. Neither of them can really play there, but if we actually do this, you'll see neither can anyone else. If we actually go, can we... hold on. I've gone all the way down to our youth team and we still don't have anyone who's actually capable of playing that position. We've got a couple of players like Davor Vasic, who, you know what, we're doing it. Davor Vasic is going to play there, he's a really good youngster, and I am training him up to be a right-sided midfielder. And you can see as well, on the left-hand side, we don't have the players. Ali's been playing quite a lot of times there. Currently, right now, is suspended, I believe, for too many yellow cards. The attacking midfield of the formation will be Asai Antwi with Marco Vergara as the striker. You can see, for some reason, Bafana Dimitri is considered our top scorer. Goals for the reserves count in this list. Doesn't make sense to me. Marco Vergara is our top goal scorer. We've got quite a few goals sort of around various other people as well. Let's just clear those, get rid of those down there. Who else has scored a goal? Oh yes, it's Bejoui and Matijevic. Those are the two players that seem to be performing really well with this new formation. Bejoui loves a free kick. Now this formation, obviously, it did get us 4 league victories in a row. 1 against PSG, 5 clean sheets in a row. But the last 2 matches, we haven't done very well going forward. Hopefully, things will change against Lorient. Maybe the last 2 matches, I think, might have been away from home. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe this works really well at home. And there's still no news, by the way, on the stadium. It's still in the planning phase. I'm kind of hoping we don't get a new one yet, because I'd like to have it named after one of our players. Vasic, with the ball going forward, finds Vergara into the penalty area. 18 seconds on the clock. We've actually had a shot on target. We probably should be 1-0 up. Kamga throws the ball forward to Vasic, finds Hassan Kamara, into Vergara, gets tackled, and now possibly Lorient can counter-attack. Ponkiu, maybe? Cabot, loads of space in the middle to run into. Wissa controls it in the area, goes for goal, we're 1-0 down. You're not going to believe that this formation did the job now, are you? It's not started so well. We should have scored in the first minute, we're now 1-0 down. And it was another counter-attack, wasn't it? Every time this game, it's always counter-attacks. Auxerre have moved above us. Lafosse with a throw finds Asai Antwi. He's going to run inside. He's made himself a bit of space. Goes for goal himself and hits it just wide of the post. 23 minutes on the clock. Kamga to Matijevic. Number 14 spreads the ball across. Finds Hugo Lafosse, who crosses it in first time. Vergara is there. He's hit the post and the ball is cleared. Lafosse is going to get the ball back. We are seeing a highlight. That was not the post. That was a save. That was a ridiculously good save from the goalkeeper. Now, what is going to happen? Because there was a highlight going on. Nothing's happened. Okay, still just 1-0. Approaching half-time, but we've got another highlight. Asai we can head it clear, but Muller collects it for Lorient. Gilles or Giles, any one of those with the ball. Muller once again to Cabot. They're not getting far forward, but they're also not getting tackled. Matupa easily claims the ball out of the air. We've got 5 minutes to play. He throws it to Bejoui. Where is Bejoui going to go? Back to Matupa. Pokravac, the young Croatian, slowly plays it forward to find Davor Vasic. I will need to show you Davor Vasic at half-time. Vergara's then on goal once again, and it's straight at the goalkeeper. Vergara now should have 2 goals to his name. He crosses it in somehow. Lafosse is going to get the clearance. Vergara's on a 6.2 because he has missed 2 absolute sitters. Half-time, we are 1-0 down, and I'd have to say it is thanks to Marco Vergara, because I don't think we're playing badly. I'm going to give Vergara specifically an aggressive team talk. I'm disappointed with your quality of finishing. You're going to get about 15 minutes in the second half. Davor Vasic, while we're here, let's have a look at him, shall we? The now 20-year-old Montenegrin central midfielder who, like I said, I am training him up to be a right-sided wide midfielder. That's what he's doing his training. He can kind of do some of it quite well, some of it not so good, like tackling off the ball, not the best. He's still only 20, still has loads of potential, but so far, this is his debut, by the way, so far, he's doing quite a good job. 53 minutes on the clock. Vasic has controlled the ball in the area. He's hit the post. It is going to be a corner. That all came from a Hugo Lafosse free kick. Who is stepping up to take it? Bafana Dimitri. We've not even said his name all game so far. Vasic is Eder is over the bar. It is still 1-0. We are getting close. Vergara, get off the pitch. You are just having one of those games, aren't you? Right, what are we going to do? Luka Ilic. Luka Ilic. You're not really a striker, but you're probably just as good as Levan Gvimradze. Let's do a quick comparison, actually, shall we? So looking at this, Ilic is a better all-rounder, obviously. Gvimradze is much better in terms of speed and physicality. Attacking-wise, they're both the same. I'm going to go with Levan, I think. Partially because he's a regen, and he's one of my boys. So we're going to go with Levan Gvimradze, which might be a bad decision. He's actually a natural attacking forward as well. That's probably the best decision we could make, isn't it? Bafana Dimitri might need to come off as well at some point, as he's on a 6.5. Show some passion. I've just seen they've had one shot on target and scored it. We are going to lose 1-0 to one shot. This is the definition of getting FM'd, isn't it? Into the final 15 minutes, Cabot with a free kick for Lorient. Wissa, the goal scorer, can take it out wide. He's got two Dunkirk players for company. Pokravac heads clear. Pontet tries to find someone in the middle. Casabianca goes for goal from distance. He's hit the bar and it has gone off for a goal kick. They've had two shots that have been highlights of their three. We're into the final 5 minutes and nothing's going to happen. Cabot goes for goal. He doesn't go for goal. We're 2-0 down. They've had two shots on target and we're 2-0 down. Seriously, game? You want to do this to me now? We lost 2-0 where we've had countless chances. Marco Vergara has annoyed me because he should have scored at least 2 goals for us. Cabot with another free kick. Is it going to be 3-0? It is not 3-0. It is over the bar. It is going to end 2-0. And I genuinely cannot understand how we lost that. I don't get it. Davor Vasic, brilliant, wonderful performance on his debut. It was the strikers, wasn't it? It was Marco Vergara. You're getting a fine. You're actually getting a fine. Aggressive team talk, not good enough. I'm going to give you another aggressive team talk because you were abysmal. There you go. You look fired up. So I don't think we've moved anywhere in the table because St Etienne managed to beat Auxerre. Only just, but they managed to beat Auxerre. Up next, we've got 19th place Guillaume, a team who've won 3 games all season and lost 13. I sure as hell hope that they don't win another one. We need to score goals. We haven't scored a goal now in 3 games. Gvimradze hasn't scored a goal in 10 games. Well, you're going to get a warning. Criticise recent form. Passionately. Yeah, you haven't been scoring any goals. I know. Good. Now try and score some goals. Marco Vergara, however, he's going to get a 1-week fine for poor performance. Let's see if he likes that, because that was shocking. He actually accepted his fine. Good job. Match number 2 then against Guillaume, a team who I think have only just got promoted. I think they got promoted last season. I'm not quite sure. I never remember who actually finished in the bottom 3 and who we actually played last year. Anyway, Guillaume currently down in 19th place. Poor form. We are on fair form, which I think is probably a bit of a lie, isn't it? Because we've got 2 wins, we've got 2 defeats, and we haven't scored in the last 3 games. We need to score a goal on this one. We're going to stick with the same formation for this match. But we are going to have a couple of changes in personnel. In goal, we are going to drop Calvin Matupa because this is the first time in a couple of matches where he's actually conceded twice without any form of reply. So Daniel Gerrits is coming back in. Jair Ferreira also will return to the starting 11 with Pokravac, Bejoui and Zakharov as the back 4. Ismail Sarr and Asan Kamara will be the 2 central midfielders today. What's-his-face, Matajevic, very, very tired. I was tempted to play him because basically we're into the winter break part. But at the same time, I don't want him to get injured. So we're going to play Sarr today alongside Kamara. Yannick Chexera is going to be the right-sided midfielder. Ali is going to be on the left. Asai Antwi and Marco Vergara will be the front 2. I've just realised on the bench we don't have What's-His-Chops because I've removed the reserves and he's currently in the reserves. I've probably rejigged the entire subs bench there. So we've got Matupa, Vanderlei, Vasic is on there, Acuna, Collignon, Big Gids and Luka Ilic will be the subs bench. Let's try and score a goal, shall we? Guillaume quite obviously going to be playing quite defensively. Their goalkeeper, just called John. Yep, he's just called John. He's actually really good. He's a really good goalkeeper. Although apparently he's nowhere near as good as Daniel Gerrits, which is no surprise because there aren't many people that are as good as Daniel Gerrits. I am concerned that Boubacar Niang is going to score a goal today. He scored 1 so far all season, so he's probably going to get a hat-trick in this one. Team talk out of the way then. At Stade Marcel Tribut, we need to really finish off the 2025 calendar year with a victory. and it should be the type of match that we do win. We're going to be 1-0 down already. Thank Christ for an offside flag. Payen was offside. It's gone to VAR, and I'm hoping that he definitely was offside. Yes, he was. Good. Well, so far, the only thing that's happened is that goal that has been disallowed. We've now finally got a highlight. 20 minutes on the clock. Payen, the goal scorer, runs with the ball, holds up play, finds Caligari. Koulibaly for Guillaume, runs forward, across to Berisha, keeps hold of the ball. No, he doesn't. Teixeira has fouled him. It is not a penalty. I can guarantee you that. It's probably going to be a free kick. Thing is, if this isn't a free kick, what do? They can't play on. Do they give me a free kick? Does the guy get booked for diving? What happens? Berisha is going to step up to take the free kick. Where is it going to go? It's gone towards the front post. He curls it wide though. So far, we have had no highlights in our favour, but we have had a lot more chances than they have and a lot more of the ball. I don't know what's happening because we're not going to score a goal, are we? Bejoui with a free kick, 33 minutes now on the clock. Zakharov, the Kazakh left-back, runs forward with the ball. He's got Ali in front, finds Kamara instead. Across to Boubacar Sarr. It's not Boubacar Sarr. Zakharov crosses in. Vergara is there. It's going to be a penalty. It's going to VAR once again. Good, VAR is coming into play. This is the third time in this match that we've got VAR. What is going to happen? Is it going to be a penalty? Vergara might have been fouled in the area. What are we going to get? Is it going to be a penalty? It is a penalty. Who's stepping up to take it? Do not be Vergara. It looks like it's Ali. I think it's going to be Ali stepping up to take it. It is Ali. The Burkinabe striker has put it in the back of the net. Only just. Oh, that was worrying. John got a very, very strong hand to it, but it still ends up in the back of the net. We have finally scored a goal. Not an open play, though. 1-0 up against... Wow, that was not the best penalty, Ali. You're very lucky to have scored that. We've moved up to 10th place, but we have played one game over quite a lot of the teams around us. Let's just keep it this way. Teixeira with a corner for us. It's towards Bejoui, who really should be putting that on target. He is so good in the air. So much is happening now in this little flurry of activity. Kamara, we've got a minute to play. Teixeira had the ball in the area. Asai Antwi's gone for goal from a long, long way out, but it is just wide off the post. It is looking like it's going to be 1-0 at half-time, and I'm going to be happy with that. Right, let's get the assistant to do the first bit. And then Marco Vergara, I'm going to shout at you. Actually, I'm going to assert calmly. Let's calmly say, I've got nothing. No, I want you to prove. Yes, I want you to prove to everybody that you've got what it takes to play for this club. Because you, so far, haven't had a single shot in this match. Bejoui with a free kick has almost scored. Ferraria gets the ball, but he is offside. One thing that I haven't mentioned about Marco Vergara, that's not even gone over the line, not even touched the line. Why are we getting a replay of that? One thing I haven't mentioned about Vergara, he's technically a wonder kid, or was a wonder kid. His recent performances clearly haven't shown that. And neither is this one, because he's getting substituted. We're going to bring on Marcelo Acuna, just to prove it. Media description, wonder kid. He's amazing, just for some reason doesn't score goals, and I don't know why. Acuna is going to be coming on then. We're probably going to do Vasic at some point for Teixeira. Not because Teixeira is playing badly, but I want to give Vasic some games. He had a very good match in the last match, so I'm hoping he will carry on. Bejoui heads forward. Sa to Kamara. Kamara has got Ali on that left-hand side, who picks up the ball. He's been booked early on in the game. Crosses in. Teixeira's at the back, and his effort hits the bar. We've got just under 20 minutes to play. I'm going to do my sub now with 15 minutes left. Teixeira off for Davor Vasic, which I think is good because he's starting to become a full green circle as a wide midfielder. We are also going to do Asan Kamara off for Big Gids. Big Gids as a Segundo Volante might be quite good. Big Gids, he's one of those players, he's a bit of a fringe player now. He's been here a while. He's nowhere near as good technically as the other people, but I think his influence actually really does show in this game. Roussillon, maybe, with the ball. Is he going to play it back to John in goal? He does, who kicks it upfield. Koulibaly controls it on the halfway line and runs forward. Through ball, Bejoui's just let him go past him. And we have conceded in the 83rd minute against a team who are second from bottom in the table, and we are going to probably draw this match, if not lose. Show some passion, do something. Bejoui's gone down to a 6.2. You're probably getting a fine for that because that has cost us 2 points. Zakharov with a throw-on. We're in the 93rd minute, so unless something comes from this highlight, which it does not, that is 2 points dropped against Guillaume. And once again, we are just not doing the job in front of goal. Vergara, 6.4. across 2 matches, he's got an average of what, 6.3? Maybe 6.2.5 if I'm good at maths. I'm not quite sure what he got in the first match. And then a mistake from Bejoui, meaning that Guillaume pick up a very valuable point for them. Sympathise? Sympathise? Right, I'm going to sympathise, and then you are going to get a shouting at. Your mistake cost us. Also, Vergara, where are you? There you are, buddy. You're going to get an aggressive shouting at. You're abysmal, good. I mean, it's great that they always look fired up, but they never actually perform the next time it comes round to it. So after that, we are still in 12th place in the table. 24 points now on the board. It's not great. It's not awful. We are, what is that? 11 points clear of 18th place Le Havre. That is more than enough for me. We are also, we're actually closer to Champions League qualification than relegation right now. I think I'll take that. While we're here, Bejoui, I'm just going to give you a discipline. Just a warning. It's only a warning. Because I'm having enough of this type of performance. A 6.2 is not good enough. Well, that is going to lead us in to the winter break. However, I think, if we go quickly have a look here, I think there's still some more matches to play this side of Christmas. There are, and we're not involved in them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go forward to the 23rd of December, where everyone else seems to play. I'm going to set up a friendly as well. Why not? We're going to play on the 23rd of December. And then we can actually see where we are after 20 games. Obviously, halfway point, we were 12. So 23rd of December, which is only in a few days' time, let's play someone big. And by someone big, I mean probably not any of the Mexican sides, because I don't think they're going to want to come over to North France. Olympiacos. Let's see whether Olympiacos will want to come over. It's going to cost 45 grand, and we're going to get 45 grand from it. And Bejoui did accept his warning. Good lad. We are the other side then of the league fixtures, and we haven't moved anywhere in the table. So, teams that would have actually been involved. Auxerre, did they play? It doesn't look like they did. Bordeaux drew 1-1 with Dijon, which means Dijon also didn't really move too far. So I think so far this season, it's not been particularly eventful. We're doing okay. I'd like to, ideally, be maybe sitting about 9th, 10th in the table by the end of the season. That's my target. If we can get sort of top half, comfortable top half, I will be happy with that. Also, we beat Olympiacos 4-0. Kingsley Asai Antwi with a goal, a brace from Ali on 41 and 42, and Abdelkader Bejoui also scoring a goal. Let's have a look. So, it was a free kick. Of course it was a free kick. It's always a bloody free kick for Bejoui. Next episode then, what we are going to do, we are going to go to the 6th of February where we're going to be playing Nice. So in between, we are not going to have a lot of football. It's only going to be 3, maybe 4 if we beat Bologna in the Coupe de France. I think the Coupe de France 10th round will be somewhere in there as well. We're also going to have a transfer window. So far, there is one piece of transfer news that is going to happen, and I'm very excited about it because it is a young Spanish striker that we literally stole from underneath the noses of Real Madrid and Barcelona. They wanted to sign him, and he's decided to come to a little team in northern France. He is also only costing £41,000. Oh, I'm looking forward to Thomas Ramon appearing. He is going to be a beast. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Football Manager 2019 with USL Dunkerque. If you did enjoy, if you wouldn't mind leaving a like, if you want to see more, hit the subscribe button, and I'll be back with the Nice and Toulouse games and some transfer business, but probably not a lot of transfer business, in the next episode. Thank you very much, and goodbye.